Okay, so the second part is this plate. We're going to refurbish it. Well, actually not refurbish it, more like reshape it. If you haven't watched the previous one, the part 1, please go watch if you have the time. Much appreciated. And you'll see how I got this shape from chunky, fat, heavy ball. This is now more refined, and that's, at least in my mind a better looking ball. So to again, similar stuff to what I did with on the ball, and that is I want to get some ridge inside, and I think I have just enough room where I can expand the jaws and have the outside exposed. Now ideally I would like to put a ridge somewhere around here where I have the most meat, but I don't have the big enough jaws. And we'll see, oops, if I can grip this tenon. Just barely, but it will be enough. So somewhere around here. Let's see, it's a really tiny ridge, but if you have a nice set of jaws, quality one, I can get in those small ridges. And now I have the outside again totally exposed. Now I learned that from my mentor Richard Raffen, and you should go follow him if you have not yet on his channel. Excellent stuff. Now for the plate, that is even small foot, but I'm going to leave it like that. Just want to chew it up, and when I would reverse it and grab with the chuck, then it will probably leave marks, which then I'll have to again reverse it or something, but we'll deal with that later. Now that's really dull now. Okay, so I sharpened the gouge. Quite a bit of difference. When you feel like you have to push real hard to your tool to do the cutting, then it's definitely time to sharpen. And even if you have like a thought that it's dull, go to the grinder. So now while I have it in my hand, I'm just going to chew it up. It's spindle gouge, the shallow flute. It's more like a detail gouge. Now this curve was kind of weird, so I'm going to make a better curve. And we can throw up the base here. Find the bevel. Now I'm starting to cut, but I'm going to slightly open it to the left. Don't want to go too much in. I hear a note change, and usually that note and that squeaky sound tells me that I'm getting a bit thin. So I'll put sort of a dome here. I can chew that up with a scraper a bit more. Getting a bit of vibration, so I need to go a little bit easier and put my hand behind the cut, so I equalize the pressure. Now that's definitely thinner, quite thinner. Can you hear the note versus here? Okay. So you have to be careful for that sound. Like I said, sound is quite important in woodturning. I haven't gone through the bottom in quite a while, so it's a little bit springy, but I'm pushing it really hard, so this bottom part of this plate wasn't that bad. It was just needed to be a little bit refined, and I believe now it is. So much flowing curve, at least here, at this part. Okay, that turned out nice. Turn it around. Okay, let's see. Now I have quite a bit of thickness here, which means I can even lower the hole of the plate, because this is sticking way too far up and it does not invite eye in. It's sort of outward. If I bring that in, it should be much more pleasing to the eye. Well, probably since this will be sort of serving plate now, tray, I could put wider rim. Sort of here. Spindle gouge. to bring this surface down a bit more. Just see how that looks. And now the fun part, the squeaking sound. This will probably scream here. Now I can continue with the shear scraper. So this detail I don't have to sand too much. So I have tiny teeth marks here. I mean, if I leave them, nobody would notice them, but I know, so again a little bit of this ash plug, and see this ring detail here. It's kind of useful to center it. And that's just like that. And that is done. Okay. Now at least I could use it and enjoy it, because it does look better than before. It's sort of similar to those two little plates from maple that I did. I kind of like this design. Two stages, so the rim and the plateau here. Okay, so that's the second done, and in the next one you'll see this box. Hopefully I could get it to be a little bit better.